The mystery in the Gobi Desert that we just posted right here on Third Phase Moon. Now we get the public reaction. So let's get to the comments that were left to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Peter said he saw our segment on the Gobi Desert and he needed to contact us because he says that's not a runway at all. That's a freaking antenna, is a bow tie antenna. There are RX testing or farming in an extremely low frequency range. If you wanted to control the weather, you would need this. A bow tie uses fractal science to bounce signals off the ionosphere or detected signals or collect free power that is in the 8 Hertz range of what Earth is resonating in. That's the deal with the pyramid triangles. Anyway, here's the thing I made for you. See it for yourselves. What do you guys think? What do you think? Is Peter onto something here? Now let's get on to more comments. Now, David Carmoni says, if I remember correctly, the United States Air Force Crash Fire Rescue, NASA had an emergency facility in the Gobi Desert for the space shuttle. If an in-flight emergency occurred shortly after takeoff, there were several emergency landing options in various locations around the world. They'd be utilized for emergency landings as well. If they had to get back for whatever reason, may account for runways being placed at odd angles. Now, the UFO channel says, awesome footage, Third Phase Moon. Keep up the great work on getting the truth out. Something big is coming soon. Now, the soapstone bird, he says the circular pattern is an elevator. Now, could you imagine if this circular pattern regressed into the ground and a flying saucer were to come out of it? I'm not exactly sure about soapstone bird's statement here, but it is peculiar about the circle in this area. Dan Joseph states, looks like a hologram covering something else. Chad Stroll says, the circle looks like a shaft that goes underground. More people stating the same thing. The CRV, it's an antenna. Jonathan Miller, I just did hours of research. The conclusion I reached was drivers training, laugh out loud. That's a runway. It's in perfect driver's training configuration. Also, the number 8 in China is very good luck. I think we just found the coolest driver's training facility in China. Looks like the perfect disguised landing spot for anti-gravity Phoenix Lights craft resembling the TR-6 Telos. Notice the giant V-shapes. I saw it on Tempe. Hey, thanks a lot. The drill sergeant says, at 3 minutes and 21 seconds in the base is being panned, I see what appears to be a fixed-wing aircraft, but nowhere near the airfield, and runways would have tire marks on the approach ends of the runways unless they were anti-gravity vehicles. They don't need runways anyway. Now, this is what Rondi says. It's a facility for testing autonomous vehicles. You can see the path through the figure 8s and squiggles in the upper left runway. The random 8s are left-right calibration. It looks like heavy vehicle testing was taking place on the Google Earth image. Voice in the Woods states 6 hours ago, has anyone looked at the other lines you see outside the circle? Kind of looks like lines or glyphs or something. Could be ancient placed they uncovered it perhaps, or did it resurface? Abstruse states this, the Gobi Desert used to be a NASA emergency landing facility, hence the ruins of the industrial complex. However, the US government has rebuilt the runways and buildings outside of the facility. I did work there on the radar systems as I am a systems engineer for the Ministry of Defense. Wow. But the strange thing is the base was built and then has never been used, and the government routinely carries out maintenance and system upgrades at the facility even though it's never in use and claims it for military project in the future. Wow, this is interesting to me. What kind of military project in the future do we have in mind? What's the US government doing out in the Gobi Desert? I still think this is a secret space program going on. I want to get your thoughts. So many thoughts coming in. This is quite cool. Let's get some more. All right, the Ohio Dirt Fisher states this. Just a guess, but I'll bet those round things on the airstrip are elevator pads. The planes are underground. The airstrip probably works like an aircraft carrier. The hangars are all below the deck. A good one, Ohio Dirt Fisher. Appreciate that one. Could this be just a facade and everything is below the surface of this airstrip? Good one, Ohio. I'm gonna thumbs this one up. Now, CC says, it looks like a fake. Then again, reality isn't real. Check out the Mandela effect. Even the title of this channel used to be Third Phase of the Moon for me, but in currently reality, it's missing the. Well, in truth, be told, Third Phase of Moon has always been Third Phase of Moon. The has been left out from the beginning, so no Mandela effect going on here. Sorry to bust your bubble there, CC. Deborah Sacco states this: from research that I've run into, underneath the Gobi Desert is a huge buried civilization that once was and maybe still is. I'm sure what is underneath is more important to negative, extra, or terrestrial other beings. The Tibetans have the history of this in their ancient writings. I'm going to do some more research in this. Thanks for that. I'm going to give you a thumbs up, Deborah. Appreciate it. David Darling, the V crossing each other may be HARP center or some manner of radar installation or radio telescope. It's not an airstrip since there appears to be no hangars or any sites to unload supplies or personnel. Good observation, David. Appreciate that. I guess we got the Binky Slap Ass one. He says if it was really something they didn't want you to know about it, it wouldn't be on Google Earth. That's true. I wouldn't be surprised if Google Earth scuttles this image like they have done in the past. The runway looks like Masonic symbols, stated by Kevin Sigway. I hope I'm stating his name right. Appreciate your comment, and appreciating everybody's comments from around the world. Keep them coming in. Well, now that you heard the comments, Brent, I want to get your opinions of how the public is reacting to this discovery out of the Gobi Desert. Is this some kind of secret space program?
What I really like seeing here is the comments, and we're reading a lot into it. A lot of information. Could this be a secret space program that's still in effect? People are saying that this has been around since the space shuttle for evacuation of emergency cases, and this runway is still being held today in pristine condition with a town that's basically in destruction. What's going on?
Yeah, I like the comments in regards to the shuttle. I think it makes a lot of sense, but again, yeah, the runway is in mint condition. This doesn't seem like it's ready for the space shuttle to come in. This seems like it's operation ready to go for something. And I really like the people's comments as well as the circular formation, that there may be hiding something underneath this space. Could this circular formation be some kind of elevator shaft that leads down below deep? Because we see no indication of any kind of aircraft on the runway. Where are the aircraft? You figure if this is an airport or some kind of facility used by drones or what have you, we see no evidence of that whatsoever in any of the Google Earth imagery.
Yes, Blake, you look at the runways, there's light traffic on there. You don't see an aircraft, basically wheels hitting the ground as where it'd be touching down. You basically just see turns and maybe a slight mark of craft wheel alignment in the pavement, but I don't see anything else.
And then there are other comments that people are stating that this is some kind of an antenna being built. And now this is quite amazing as well. There's so much people out there that have their own theories on exactly what this discovery really means. But I think we're getting to the bottom of some stuff here. This is what it's all about, the public reaction. And that's why we're sharing your comments, because it really makes a dialogue throughout the world. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. It's been our pleasure. Thanks, Brent, for chiming in. Keep the comments coming in. What do you think's going on in the Gobi Desert? Blake Cousins, we'll see you again next time.